ways, we understand this is the 88th consecutive sold-out match at this venue. That is a remarkable statistic. This is the lineup for Stade Francais. As we say, 10 changes this week. It's probably easier to list the players who've kept their places, isn't it? Let's do that for you. It's probably a lot easier for me to do. Those who've kept their place are Ward, Boudon, Makalou and Irigoyen. But Makalou is playing on the left wing today instead of at blindside flanker. Now, that is a really audacious change by Laurent Labitte, hoping to cash in on Makalou's strength and pace, which is on display last week. This is the bench. Rory Cocotte signed an extension to Stade Francais until at least 2027. A highly influential and experienced, and it must be said, combative scrum half. We are ticking down to kick off at the Stade des Flandres. First place, Stade Francais are the visitors. La Rochelle currently languishing in 7th place. There is 15 points between them. But the important figure, I suppose, for La Rochelle is that if they get a win, they jump up at least to 4th place, which puts them into the playoff places. Here's the move as Jeremy Ward leads out Stade Francais. At the other side, slightly more subdued. Thomas Bergeon, one of the subs there, standing in the middle of that line. And out come La Rochelle, led by Judical Calcorier. Jeremy Ward looking the image of concentration. Same can be said for his opposite captain, Judical Cancourier. These two men about to lean at their teams here at the Stade des Flandres, packed out for the 88th consecutive game. They love their rugby at La Rochelle. You love your rugby wherever you live. I hope you enjoyed this game as much as I'm about to. La Rochelle versus Stade Francais. Pre-match, this crowd has been in great voice. We can expect a wonderful atmosphere and I think a very exciting game of rugby. The referee, Luc Ramos, supported by Thomas Charabas and Richard Duau. Referee Ramos checking with Joris Segond and looking round. Last head count before he gets this game underway. We're playing on grass, there's a slight wind. Round about 11 degrees. Perfect rugby weather. Joris Segond gets this game underway. La Rochelle in the darker shirts, black. Stade Francais in their pink kit. Tanga plays it back to Doulan, who finds Astoy. His clearance is partly deflected. Stade Francais back in possession. Lalois goes into contact. And the ball is stolen there by Soutemi. Judged to have been offside. The ball was still inside the ruck when the offence was committed. One perhaps might raise a question about holding onto the ball too long. I'm not the referee, it's Monsieur Ramos who will decide, of course. Stade Francais with their kicker-in-chief, Joris Segond, who is leaving the club at the end of this season, heading towards Bayonne. But his kicking is a real asset. And Ronan O'Gara knows only too well that this could be 3 points conceded inside the first 2 minutes. Not the best start for La Rochelle. Laurent Labitte there, watching everything on his laptop. Joris Segond prepares for this first penalty of the game. Right-footed, Segond hits it high. And he's judged to have missed that kick. Sekou Makalu not looking impressed. More about the decision rather than the execution. Nonetheless, a let-off early doors for La Rochelle. Astor gets us underway yet again. It's Lalois who collects. Hits it high and chases. Straight out of play. Line-up will take place where Lalois took the kick. Stade Francais then conceding territory. Lalois knows he could have done and should have done much better with that kick. There we see it, the youngster just hooking it too much. And now it's Quentin Lespiot. The ball knocked back by Piquet. This is Jack Noel for La Rochelle, into contact. Kerbarolo looks inside. Sclavi shielding the ball, Kerbarolo bringing it out at the back of this ruck. The kick to chase, up it goes. And Makalu is underneath, unable to collect. The ball is knocked towards La Rochelle in possession. Kerbarolo looking inside. This is Astoy. Kick and go. He's chasing. And it's Leds on the left. Dylan Leds is straight through. If he can collect, he can score. And it's the first try to La Rochelle. Dylan Leds. Just a moment ago, they were under the cosh. Now they are in the lead by 5 points. Brice Dulin it was with the through ball. Makalu here tries to collect from Noel. The ball's knocked back into La Rochelle possession. Away it comes. Brice Dulin does the chip and chase. He collects. And a beautiful grabber pass through for Dylan Leds to chase. The bounce is kind to him. And he takes full advantage. 5-0 to La Rochelle. The execution of the pass from Dulin, perfect. Safe hands from Dylan Leds. So, tricky start suddenly becomes a dream start for the home side. And first place Stade Francais have something to think about. Antoine Astoy with the conversion attempt. And it is skewed wide. We'll be disappointed with that, of course, but what a try, what a move. Dylan Leds pouncing onto that ball from Brice Dulin. There we have the scoreline, 5-0 to La Rochelle. Sebastian Boboul and Ronan O'Gara can only be happy with this opening. But they know full well that Stade Francais have quality across the paddock. And it's Michael Ivaldi, the hooker, who will take this line-out throw collected by the winger in this game, Sekou Makalu, who drops into the line-out, uses usual position there. Ivaldi still in possession, wrestled by Piquet, who's gone to ground with him. That's Jambert.
No.
Jambert getting protective bodies in the way. Jambert with the kick, the high one to chase. Makalu's onto it. Jack Noel tried, it's not forward. This is Botia and Kerbarolo, the former All Black, gives one for Jack Noel to chase. Snaffled by Clément Castex. Castex almost into the position of a scrum half. He's now protecting things for Jules Jambert, the titular number 9. There he is with another kick to chase. Makalu this time not onto it. And Kerbarolo calls the mark. Douara Kerbarolo, the All Black who won the World Cup in 2015 with New Zealand. Very much part and parcel of Ronan O'Gara's first 15 here at La Rochelle. The applause from Coach Bouboul as the song rises up across the whole of the Stade Marcel de Flandre.
Plus rapidement l'alignement.
Referee Luc Ramos calling for more speed in getting the line-out set up. Michael Ivaldi throws. It's collected by Romain Briat. Stade Francais trying to construct the maul. Ivaldi at the back there, still attached.
Franchis la ligne de remise en jeu. On sort. Sortez les noirs.
And the referee deciding the maul and now the ruck unplayable. Certainly great work there by La Rochelle to hold up that dastardly plan from Stade Francais. You see there Romain Briat in the middle trying to organise things for the pink team. But some determined work there from Piquet, from Concorrier, from Tonga. And Sclavi basically holding Stade Francais in that position.
Flexion. Lié. Engagement.
Referee unhappy with the behaviour of the front row of the La Rochelle scrum. Joris Segons getting this game underway yet again. Sekou Maklou is chasing for Stade Francais. And his kick too long. Brice Doulin takes it very easily in the La Rochelle 22 and brings the game to a halt, calming it down, taking control. Doulin's clearance taking the play back to where it started. Brice Doulin, a much-travelled star of French rugby, one-time French international, previously Racing and Castres. Now plying his trade with the back-to-back European champions, let's not forget. They may be 7th place currently in the top 14, but their pedigree is, well, it goes without question. Briat collects. Chambert asking for an option to his left. Chambert now held back by Tanga. Ivaldi still in possession of the ball. La Rochelle trying to stop Stade Francais, who is still grasping more and more territory. That's Halifadou who went into contact. And pressure there from La Rochelle, forcing that error. Judicar Concourier playing a captain's role there, forcing that error from his opposite number, Tanguinoa Halifanua. And this is interesting now. La Rochelle's kick gaining more ground, taking the play into the Stade Francais 22. La Rochelle fancying their chances, no doubt. And Antoine Hastoy with the kick, really finding a beautiful position for La Rochelle. Quentin Lespiot is taking this line out. Concourier collects. There's a Stade Francais player on the deck. It's Makalou. La Rochelle trying to construct a driving maul here. This is dangerous from them. But Stade Francais back in numbers. This is Noel into contact. Favre is there. That's Kerbarlo finding Piquet. Kerbarlo once again goes inside. Lespiot goes into contact. Stopped by Briat. Kerbarlo once again. Jack Noel, the number 14. He's stopped by Ward. La Rochelle going back inside now. Trying to weave a way through that pink defense. Holding firm at the moment. That's Joël Sclavi. Kerbarlo digging the ball out. Numbers on either side, equally matched. But it's still La Rochelle. Noel there inside. The pass from Astor trying to find that gap. The Stade Francais defence holding for the moment, but the pressure is still there. Thomas Lavaux. Kerbalo releases the ball to Sclavi. He goes into contact again. And the Kiwi number 9 looking to prompt from either side, looking for options each way he goes. Moving to the right this time. Piquet collects into contact. Two Stade Francais players met him. But do La Rochelle have a gap here? Certainly on that right wing. Makalou was waiting, but Leds has come through. Stade Francais back to cover. Kerbalo going back inside. This is Bottia. It's relentless stuff from La Rochelle, but they're not advancing. And there the knock on. Stade Francais back in possession. Charles Lalois, the youngster, playing fullback today, 20 years old. That's the second kick in succession that he has skewed, which will do not much for his confidence, I'd imagine. Nonetheless, he has some experienced players around him who may try to settle him down. There we see the knock-on, which brought an end to this sustained pressure from La Rochelle. Bottia there going into contact. Alo Emile wrestling him back. Quentin Lespio throws it high. Lavaux collects. And the referee, Luc Ramos, spots the infringement from Jean-Joan van der Mercht, the South African lock. A player who has height, weight and power to every game he plays in. But that time, committing the infringement. Judged to have gone in too soon before Lavaux had actually come down to earth. And he gives away a penalty. It's Antoine Astoy. Fly half, number 10 of La Rochelle, who is lining up this kick. Vincent Merling, president of La Rochelle on the left, and Dr. Hans-Peter Wild, the owner of Stade Francais, wearing the very natty Stade Francais cap. Astoy to add 3 points to the La Rochelle total. Right-footed. Straight between the sticks. 3 more points to La Rochelle, courtesy of Antoine Astoy.
Pareil. Thomas, pour toi.
La Rochelle lead here at the Stade Marcel de Flandre. To Eric Kerbalo on the ball now, looking inside. Finds Piquet. That's a bit of a pattern we're seeing in these opening stages of this match. Currently in the La Rochelle 22. To Eric Kerbalo, the scrum half, finds Brice Dulin, who clears left-footed into touch. It was that left boot from Brice Dulin that was so important in that try in the 4th minute, that through ball. Lovely grabber pass for Dylan Leds to chase. Karine Gazaldes shouting the orders from the sidelines for Stade Francais. This is Ward. Halefanua going into contact. This is Sekou Makalou. Irigoyen. Castex protecting and pushing through, keeping possession for the league leaders. Jambert looking left, looking right, decides to go to the right-hand side. He finds Irigoyen, who's into contact. Jambert digging the ball out once again, coming back inside. Van der Mercht in possession. Let go is the order to Bottia from the referee, Luc Ramos. Seconds with the drop goal attempt. Just short.
22.
Worth a try from the Stade Francais fly half. They had the advantage. As you see, his technique, excellent. Had the distance, Almost, almost. I think he thought he got it. So restart by La Rochelle. Charles Lalois, the Stade Francais fullback, takes the ball cleanly, runs into contact. Jules Jambert looks inside to Halafanua. Seconds. This is Allo Emile. Boudant. Ward into contact. Stade Francais captain today, the South African. That's Joris Seconds trying to push his way through. He's held up. Macalou trying to clear out Dylan Leds. He does so. Stade Francais still in possession. Lalois looks to bring in Joe Marchant. Ward looking back inside. Pierre Boudant, former La Rochelle player against his old club. Interesting, his brother still plays for La Rochelle, Paul. He today is on international duty with France. Mr. Ramos deciding he's got to hold play there because it's going nowhere. He comes back to the advantage on, as we're looking at it, the near side of the pitch. This was when Joris Seconds was on the deck and Dylan Leds didn't release after making the tackle. This gives Seconds a chance. And knowing his love of kicking for goal, he might do that. And he's proved me wrong. He's going for the option of the penalty line-out, if you like. Penaltouche, they call it in French. La touche is the line-out. La pénalité is the penalty. It's a kind of like portmanteau word, if you like, a mix of both. So this is the line-out for Stade Francais because it was a penalty for Stade Francais. They put the ball out of play. Michael Ivaldi making his way over. And in come the heavyweights in pink. What can Stade Francais construct here? Trailing by 8 points to 0. Touareg Barlow, the experienced warrior of La Rochelle, he knows now the danger is on. He's just left the pitch, replaced by Thomas Bergeon. We'll give you an update on that as we get it. Macalou takes the line-out throw from Ivaldi. Ivaldi seeking to attach himself to this maul. It's not advancing. Sclavier appears to be the wrong way round the La Rochelle player, but Stade Francais now starting to advance. They're at the 5-meter line. The maul has collapsed. Referee gives advantage to the team in pink. Breaking away. Ward trying to find his way through. He stopped. Jambert looks inside to Seconds. He sees the option. It isn't there. He's going to go it alone. Joris Seconds going through. 5-meter line now. Jambert looks inside. Finds Irigoyen. Stade Francais here trying to build, keep the pressure on. Briat tries to go for the sticks. That's Castex, looks inside to Van der Mesch. The big man is stopped by Suetemi. Briat takes to the floor. Jambert quickly rescues the ball. Seconds feeds it to Ward. It's still in play for Stade Francais. And Marchand goes over, but the referee has spotted a knock on at some point. Let's hear what Mr. Ramos has to say. And we come back to the initial driving maul from the line-out. The La Rochelle number 3, Joël Sclavier, the tight head prop, is penalised for collapsing the maul. And Joris Seconds has taken the penalty, kicking it into touch, giving there's Sclavier there going to the ground and bringing the ball with him. So Seconds has kicked the ball into touch. Now it's going to be a line-out to Stade Francais. Once again, hooker Michael Ivaldi lines this up. Briat, Azago, Macalou. Azago couldn't collect, he's knocked on. And that will be a disappointment for Stade Francais and their fans. A failure to take advantage of a clear chance to get back into this game on level terms, almost with La Rochelle. Bergeon with the clearance. And Sekou Macalou trying to catch the ball, knocks on.
En avant, mêlée.
You see there the failure to take that, what looked like a gift of a throw by Ivaldi. Azago couldn't collect it. And here we see Sekou Makalu trying to take the ball, stop it going out of play. All he does is knock on. And we restart with a scrum to the 8-0 leaders, Ronan O'Gara's La Rochelle. Sekou Makalu, just reminding you, not playing in the scrum today. He's playing as a winger. Coach Laurent Labitte looking to take advantage of his pace and power in a different part of the field. Last week, that pace and power brought Makalu 2 tries. As Stade Francais dismissed Pau. Talking of last week, of course, a real burst of form from La Rochelle. 42-3 victors over Clermont. La Rochelle are on back-to-back home games. And it's worth pointing out again, if you look at that stadium, look at that crowd, it's another full house here. This is the 88th match in succession where there's been a full house at the Stade Marcel de Flandre. It is a remarkable place to watch rugby. Getting underway again. Jules Jambert of Stade Francais has the ball under his arm. The 2 front rows are coming together now. Referee Ramos looking on. That was an elbow on the ground from Kadouri of La Rochelle. Forced error by the pressure of the Stade Francais scrum. There we go. Luc Ramos confirming what we'd already seen. It's always a nice feeling when you say something and the referee repeats it just afterwards. Segon finding touch. Once again seeking to give Stade Francais that attacking point near to the 5-meter line. We saw Romain Briat there appealing to the line judges. Alexandre Kadouri put his elbow on the floor. Line now collected by Sekou Makalu. Jambert comes outside. That's Irigoyen going into touch. Botia grabbing hold of him, wrestling him to the ground. Jambert looks inside. That's Van der Mesch. The big man goes into contact. Excuse me, Briat it was. Knocks on in the process. Clement Castex, rather, it was who went into contact. Knocking on at the same time. Possession now in the hands of La Rochelle. Antoine Astoy. Stade Francais anticipating a kick just by the halfway line. You can see a player placed there to try to stop it. Astoy is awake to that, and he's picked at the right point to both gain his team some territory and maybe try to work out another line of attack to add some more points to the scoreline. We saw Briat there going down, bundling the ball forward. And Pierre-Henri Azago, the young second row of Stade Francais. Tanga scrapping with the ball. He's released. Kerbalo looks inside. Piquet, Lavaux there, Bergeon. Segons collects. Chips the ball forward, a chase for Makalu. Astoy manages to get there first and elude the challenge. Thomas Bergeon replacing Kerbalo at scrum half. And Astoy at the bottom of that ruck is penalised for holding on, not releasing the ball. Excellent work there by Paul Allo-Emile. There he is, the Stade Francais tight head prop number 3. And having forced the error, he gives Joris Segons the chance to get some points on the board for the top 14 leaders, Stade Francais. Here we see Astoy manages to dodge the challenge from Jambert, but Aloamil is in and he's scrapping for that ball, isn't he? Keeps his feet on the ground, bending forward, exactly as you should. Exemplary Jacqueline there from the prop. Joris Segon, fly half for Stade Francais. The epitome of concentration. In comes the kick. And 3 points to Stade Francais. Joris Segon getting his team off the mark. So we come to the half-hour mark then. Stade Francais finally getting off the mark. It's 8 points to 3. La Rochelle lead. Halafanua taking the ball, feeding it to Segon, who clears his lines, taking the play back towards the halfway line. Thomas Lombard, the executive director of Stade Francais, and has been very responsible for a lot of the recruitment at the team. La Rochelle's line out, Lespio with the throw. It's collected by Concourier. Bergeon. Astoy seeking to spread the ball. Boitier goes through the contact. Bergeon goes inside again. Soutemi finds Leds. Leds on the left wing. The pink players close in. La Rochelle still have possession. Concourier going into contact. Feeds the ball to Bergeon. He's got options. He's looking to offload, but he's been caught by his opposite number, Jambert, and by Ward. La Rochelle seeking options. Stade Francais back in numbers. That's Sclavi who's gone to ground. Bergeon looking inside. Soutemi. Here's an option now, 2 against 1. And the work by Segon stopping Favre was so important for Stade Francais. Here's Lespio for La Rochelle. Sclavi into contact. Van der Mesch takes him down. The ball is still for La Rochelle. This is Tanga on the 5-meter line. Sclavi calling to his left. Decides to go it alone. He's stopped by Azago. Pressure here from La Rochelle. And desperate defense from the top 14 leaders, Stade Francais. Bergeon finds Astoy. Astoy finds Soutemi. Can he make it through? Held up. Jack Noel tries to go through. Boudehong brings him back. Such pressure from La Rochelle. This is Concourier, the captain. Stade Francais trying to keep everything covered. Van der Mesch got his hand on the ball. This is Bergeon for La Rochelle. And do they have the option here? The ball charged down in the tackle by Boudehong. Still active, Antoine Astoy for La Rochelle. And the referee, Monsieur Ramos, reaches for a card. And he's shown the card to the youngster, Charles Laroy. One could only imagine for a deliberate knock-on, an intentional knock-on. So the league leader's down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes. As Charles Laroy digests the consequences of his errors, which in terms of points is likely to be 3 more points to La Rochelle, as Antoine Astoy has, for him, a very simple penalty to take now. There we see Lalois going into the challenge, the ball coming off his face in some way, shape or form, so whether that was deliberate or not is up to the referee, of course. My point of view is purely academic.
Capitaine, j'ai fait une erreur d'appréciation. Le joueur ne touche jamais avec la main, c'est avec la tête. Donc il n'y aura pas de carton jaune, ce joueur peut revenir. Par contre, vous avez quand même l'avantage pour pénalité.
Just to tell you, Luc Ramos has admitted he made a mistake. He's bringing Charles Laroy back onto the pitch. So as I was just pointing out, it seemed to hit his head. The referee Ramos there, seeing that the error was made, there was no deliberate knock-on. And so we're now back to a different position. But La Rochelle will have a line-out at 5 meters. Stade Francais remain at 15 men. Lalois back on the pitch. No error committed. It is a very confident and big-hearted person who admits their mistakes, and Monsieur Ramos did that. Now we're back to 15 aside. Quentin Lespio with the line out for La Rochelle. Throw is taken by Leveau into a maul situation. Lespio has the ball under his arm there, the La Rochelle hooker. He's looking to break away, isn't he? There he goes. Stopped by Jambert. La Rochelle still in possession. This is Sclavi. Fancies to go himself. Concouré in there to collect. Jack Noel, aided and abetted by Piquet. La Rochelle still in possession. Bergeon calling for more support. This is Lavaux. Sustained pressure from La Rochelle. Bergeon looking inside. Sclavi has possession. Bergeon again. Concouré, the captain. He's stopped by a combination of Stade Francais players. Bottia seeks to go inside. Castex is there to stop him. This is Tanga. Bergeon looks to his right-hand side. Concouré is there. The mesh stops him. Bottia. Huge pressure from the home side. This is Favre trying to find his way through. The centre is stopped on the 5-meter line. Bergeon back inside to Lavaux. Castex trying to get his hands on the ball, but it's still in the possession of La Rochelle. Ronan O'Gara's men really putting their foot down on this one. Bergeon looks inside. This is Astoy. They've got numbers, they've got possibilities. Noel to Astoy to Leds for his second try. Can he get through? Dylan Leds is through. Try number 2 for La Rochelle. Sustained pressure paying off. Second try for La Rochelle, second try for Dylan Leds. La Rochelle really turning up the pressure there. The combination between Noel and Astoy. Unlocking some space. Dylan Leds there lurking on the left wing. And in spite of the gallant effort by the Stade Francais defence, Leds with the sidestep able to lose Lalois and evade the tackle from Jambert. Opportunity for Antoine Astoy to add to his personal total and that of his team. The number 10 has skewed the ball wide to the left. Not the quality that we've come to expect from Antoine Astoy. There we see Dylan Leds, who's got to claim this try of his own. He knows where he's going. The sidestep there loses Lalois. He's able to evade the tackle of Jambert and take the ball over the line to score.
Vous le touchez. Vous n'êtes pas en position de récupérer le ballon et vous touchez l'adversaire.
An off-the-ball foul of some description committed there on Brice Doulin, who seemed to fly through the shot, didn't he? And the upshot of this is a penalty to Stade Rochelle, La Rochelle. Astoy with the long, clear clearance round about the halfway line. Let me revise what I just said. It's on the 40-meter line inside the Stade Francais half. Quentin Lespio has the ball in his hands. The La Rochelle hooker preparing to take this line out. Thomas Lavaux rises and collects. Maul is set, Maul is collapsed.
Ballon dispo.
Luc Ramos, the referee, says the ball's available. Play on.
En jeu, en jeu.
Thomas Bergeon looking inside now. He finds Concourier, his captain. Judical Concourier held up by Clément Castex. Sutemi, the ball charged down, collected by Boudon for Stade Francais. And a lack of discipline among the players in pink could cost them dearly. That's another penalty they've given away. And in rugby, all too often, as you give away penalties, you don't just give away possession, you give the opposite team a chance to score. Antoine Astoy, even though he made a hash of his last kick, will shake that off, to use a Taylor Swift expression, and he'll put this penalty in position to try to add 3 points to La Rochelle's total. Ronald O'Gara there urging his side on. We're at the 40-meter mark. Antoine Astoy with a fairly central penalty to take. A kicker of his standard, this should be straightforward. But there is a breeze, you see the goalpost moving. Astoy to add 3 more points, we'll see. Straight down the middle. A return to form from Astoy, 3 more points to La Rochelle. Sebastian Bouboul, Ronan O'Gara, betraying no emotion whatsoever, but with a scoreline of 16-3 now to La Rochelle, they have to be content, at least, with how things are going. That was Bergeon, finds Astoy. Astoy, as ever, big clearance. Seconds collects for Stade Francais. Charles Laloy with the kick to chase. Puts it back in the possession of La Rochelle. Brice Doulan's clearance. Not going where he would have wanted, I think. We find a situation here with Stade Francais back in possession. Quick look at the injured and not playing there of La Rochelle. Predominantly Teddy Iribarren, who was sharing a joke with his teammates. Vivaldi collected by Briat. Van der Mesch looks inside, finds Jambert. Stade Francais still in possession. This is Pierre Boudon, the former Rochelle, going forward. This is Segond, finds the gap. Manages to find Laloy, who jinks through. He's making ground, the youngster. Jambert stop. Advantage to Stade Francais. Referee Luc Ramos deciding to bring a halt.
Non, il n'y a pas besoin. Montrez-moi de meilleures images après on discute, ok? Je vais venir de ce côté.
Il l'amène au sol.
Je vais y venir.
Nous, on essaie de tenir à droite. Il était pas loin.
Non, pour nous, c'est dans le plaquage.
Knock on inside the tackle there, according to Luc Ramos. Scrum will be for Stade Francais.
Monsieur, s'il vous plaît.
C'est où la marque?
Ici.
And the fancy footwork there from Charles Laloy, making the ground. The youngster buying up a lot of territory there for Stade Francais. We have the scrum in their favour. It's around about 8 metres from the La Rochelle try-zone. Judical Concourier knows a big effort is needed now from his pack.
Flexion.
He leads by example, of course.
Lié.
Referee Ramos giving the orders. He's unhappy
Allez, messieurs.
with the way the front row are binding.
C'est de la stabilité, s'il vous plaît.
He's asking them to be stable.
En place.
Kadouri, we saw that, has already been guilty of putting his arm on the ground. The youngster, though, has very experienced players around him
Flexion.
in what is a very finely balanced forwards competition so far. Ramos calls for play to start. Jambert puts the ball in. A push that came from somewhere deep off the Atlantic coast. I think that La Rochelle finding some force and some power to really push back the Stade Francais scrum. It was like a wave coming off the Atlantic there, wasn't it? You could see Stade Francais didn't really know what had hit them. Job well done. Kaduri there. His face really summing up how the La Rochelle scrum felt about that one. That's the scoreline at half-time, 16-3 to La Rochelle. There's the change. As we see the rain starting to fall, on comes Rory Cocotte, replacing Jules Jambert at scrum half. Cocotte, whose middle name could well be combative. He's one of the most dastardly players in world rugby, I think it's fair to say. Someone who will always provoke the situation. Let's see whether he can lift this Stade Francais side from the doldrums, currently trailing by 13 points. Here at the Stade Marcel Defrand, it's day 18 of the top 14, and it's Antoine Astoy who gets the second half of this match underway. His kick collected by Halafanua, who finds Segond. Segond's kick into touch. Line out in the La Rochelle half. Rory Cocotte rallying the troops already. Confirmation of the substitution there. Cocotte replaces Jambert at scrum half for Stade Francais. And Henri is on for Sekou Makalou. Interesting there, Makalou was quiet during that first half. Perhaps carrying an injury, perhaps not, we'll see. But Zach Henry has replaced Sekou Makalou. Cocotte there. Provocative as ever in there, trying to steal the ball away. It's Brice Dulon, the fullback, who's doing the job of scrum half there for La Rochelle. This is Irigoyen, shrugs off the challenge, goes again. He loves combat. Cocotte finds Segond. Dummies the kick, finds space, and places the ball central down the pitch. It's collected by Brice Dulon. His clearance sends the play back into the Stade Francais 22. Segond again. Alters the angle of his kick, goes right down the middle once more. Astoy weighing up his options. Right-footed, looking for touch, finds it. Stade Francais playing it quickly. Joris Segond getting back into action. His kick this time flatter, it bounces before the 22. The inevitable Astoy collects again, and this is getting repetitive, but it's just a phase, don't worry. We'll be seeing some more exciting and enterprising rugby very shortly, I can promise you. Coach Gazal unhappy. He wants to see more commitment from his team. He wants to see them breaking through that gap and playing with the ball in hand. The kind of play that the Parisian fans love and enjoy so much at Stade Jean-Bouin. Briat collects here at the Stade Marcel Defrand. Ivaldi at the back of the maul there. Piquet stops him. Piquet at fault. Piquet is penalised for collapsing the maul. Joris Segond with the kick into touch.
Merci.
By his standards, a poor one. He's not gained much territory for his side. There we see Piquet there. Disagrees with the referee's decision, but I think the images show he was banged to rights on that one. Hook at Ivaldi, green gum shield. Collected by Irigoyen. Segond, Halafanua, Cocotte. Castex goes into contact, Lespio stops him. Stade Francais still in possession, Cocotte looking inside. Halafanua pushing through, making up ground. Cocotte again looks inside. This is Lalois, the youngster, trying to find his way through. And a judge to have rolled whilst holding the ball. Almost a double error by the young Stade Francais player. Possession back now in the hands of La Rochelle. Good defending there by Ronald O'Gara's side. The coaching of O'Gara's former Irish teammate Donnacha Ryan, important in all of that. Let's see again, Castex going into contact. Great work by Quentin Lespio. Halefanua as well, going straight to contact as well. Here we go, back with the action. Line out, Lespio to take the throw. Levo dummies, Concourier collects. Maul underway for La Rochelle. Held by Stade Francais. Van der Mesch getting a hold of Lespio at the back of the maul there, who hands it off to Bergeon. Cuts inside, it's doing the legs, looked like a forward pass, but no, we go forward. And Segons grounds the ball in his own try zone. The crowd unhappy? Well, that's their pejorative. Or rather provocative. This is Leds going into contact there. They thought that Lalois obstructed him there. The referee, you heard there in French, saying clearly for him there was no foul committed. Like I say, the home crowd's prerogative to complain, and they're allowed to. Jegu on for Bottier. Bottier's had a quiet game by his standards. Let's see whether the substitute can rise to the occasion. Oscar Jegu. Bottier looks unhappy. And I think by his standards, he's been quiet as well. Perhaps it was in that challenge there as he went to bring down Halefanua. So Bottier off. Placed by Jegu. Bergeau, look inside. Astor, Lespio. This is Sotemi. And Stade Francais stealing back possession. Segon spreading the ball out to this left-hand side. Henry with the kick towards touch. And finding touch just on the La Rochelle 22. Much to the great approval of his teammates. There we see the quality of the kick there from Zach Henry. He had a disappointing game by his standards last week, which is why Laurent Leby chose to bring back Joris Segon at number 10. Now a chance for Zach Henry to state his claim once more. Joulin moving the ball inside. Lespion, Piquet protecting it. Bergeon arrives. And there we see a man with sore ribs. Levani Bottier, the blindside flanker. The Fijian feeling the pain. Stade Francais hooker Michael Evaldi weighing up his options. Azago collects. Pierre-Henri Azago in the centre of that maul. Evaldi now at the back of it, back in possession. Stade Francais looking to construct and push forward. La Rochelle doing their very best to stymie their moves. Still, Stade Francais persist. Cocotte's getting involved. Currently off his feet there. Bergeron has possession for La Rochelle. Excellent work by the scrapping forwards of Ronan O'Gara's team. That's Jegu. Bergeron's kick, it's high, wants a chase. Possession stays with La Rochelle. That's Favre, finds Doulin. Doulin with the kick into the Stade Francais 22. And out the ball goes. Great kick from Brice Doulin. That territory gained for La Rochelle. And they've taken it quickly. Too quickly, I think, according to referee Luc Ramos, who's blown the whistle. So Jack Noel, who thought he got the try, is left with a wry smile as he walks back to his position. We see a bit of confusion there with two Stade Francais players going for the same ball. And this kick from Brice Doulin. He's still chasing it. Out it goes. Great kicking there from the former Racing man. Briat collects. There's Cocotte. Cocotte finds Georges Segon. Segon's clearance high, long, out by the halfway line. So line out to La Rochelle. The quick take of that restart was stopped by Joe Marchant, who made up the ground. Lespio and Bergeron discussing the possibilities. Excuse me, Lespio and Kodori. Hooker, Lespio. Concourier collects it. This is Bergeron. Looks inside. Finds Astoy. Tanga. Bergeron again. The kick by Sutemi. Collected by Marchant, who indeed is snaffled up by Concourier. Cocotte looking to his right. Finds the hooker, Ivaldi. Stade Francais still in possession. Cocotte once more. Asks for some extra protection. There we see a triple protection there by a bridge of three Stade Francais players, giving Cocotte the time to pick his spot. His kick, though, collected by La Rochelle. Bergeron in possession now at scrum half. Piquet goes into the challenge. Forearm first, it seemed to me. A Stade Francais player's taken a knock. Bergeron with a high kick to chase. Underneath is Joris Segon. Fumbles. Concourier has the ball for La Rochelle. Tonga looking inside. Finds Sclava. He goes into contact, as always. Bergeron again looking to Astoy. Astoy now with the diagonal kick towards Dylan Leds. Laloy unable to collect. The ball goes out of play. It will be a line out to La Rochelle. Charles Laloy trying to collect as he was running backwards. He was unable to hold the ball. Here we see Segon trying to collect. The ball fumbled. And Concourier, who takes advantage, keeping possession for La Rochelle. Astoy's kick, diagonal, looking for Leds again. He's on a hat-trick, remember. The ball going through Laloy's arms. Off his body, out of play. Line out to La Rochelle, which has the Stade Marcel de Flandre in great voice. Levo collects the throw from Lespio, who now is back in possession. He's on the run himself. He fancies his chances, and the referee blows the whistle. Fisticuffs break out after that challenge on Jules Favre as he was coming through. And Halafanuna, who was the player, I think, who took out Favre, was, for the moment, standing over him to commiserate. But we still see here Quentin Lespio, who's really fired up. This is Jules Favre on the floor. He says he's taken a knock round about the collarbone. Ici, c'est La Rochelle. Here, it's La Rochelle, is the cheer. Ronan O'Gara looking nonplussed. This is the tackle from Halafanua, who's already said his excuses to Jules Favre. Lespio passes to Favre. So was the tackle off the ball? Was the ball with Favre? It's debatable, that one, isn't it, I think? Luke Ramos, who's already done a U-turn on one decision in this game. Of course, remember, he gave a yellow card to Charles Laloy in the first half. Then dragged it back when he looked at the replay. What's he going to do here?
Un plaquage sans ballon du joueur rose sur un joueur noir. Est-ce qu'on peut
So look at the tackle by Halafanua on Favre, saying it's a tackle without the ball. Favre was not in possession. The pass comes in, and there's the tackle. It's very clear he didn't have the ball in his hands, did he?
Est-ce qu'on peut?
Or was Halafanua just too... I think at best we can say the ball was in the vicinity. Lespio making the breakthrough, Favre coming through. You could see Halafanua had him lined up for the hit. How is the referee, Luke Ramos, going to judge this one? The tackle goes in, the ball is in front of Favre. Halafanua has taken position. He's got his arms around him.
Le plaquage est légal et il est simultané avec le moment où le numéro 12 touche le ballon. Donc il n'y a pas de jeu déloyal et on repartira par mêlée en avant 12 noirs. C'est bon pour vous?
So the referee has judged that was a knock-on by Favre. The La Rochelle fans won't be happy about this one. Tackle was fine, according to the referee.
J'avais un doute honnêtement à vitesse réelle sur le fait que le joueur touche ou pas le ballon avant d'être plaqué. Donc le joueur touche le ballon simultanément avec le plaquage.
The referee says the player touches the ball simultaneously as the tackle comes in. Therefore the tackle's okay.
Du numéro 12 noir.
And what it amounts to is a knock-on by the La Rochelle player, Jules Favre. And there you go. The crowd's unhappy. Laurent Labitte sending in the cavalry on Stade Francais. We're having mass changes. Moses Aloamil replaces Clément Castex. Père Blanc, Luca replaces Michael Evaldi. And Georgi Melekidze replaces Paul Aloamil. So, new front row. Gabriag replacing Azago. Paul Gabriag replacing Pierre-Henri Azago. So 4 changes to the Stade Francais, 5 changes to the Stade Francais pack. Bizanti on for Briat. So, Jules Favre indulging in a bit of dissent with the referee. He says he can't believe it. And he is now leaving the pitch to be replaced by the IO West. So the changes are being ringed on both sides. Laurent Labitte looking to change the focus of his side, make his pack more competitive. Let's see whether the new legs, new lungs, new strength makes a difference for the men in pink. Rory Cockop puts the ball in. The Stade Francais push, the scrum is wheeled. What does the referee say? The fresh legs win out. Stade Francais pushing La Rochelle to the fault. Credit to Moses Aloamil. Whole new front row there for Stade Francais, as well as Paul Gabriag in at lock, replacing Azago. And certainly Laurent Labitte right to ring the changes at this time. His team trailing by 13 points. Ronan O'Gara there unhappy at that turn of events. Luca Perblanc. Paul Gabriel collects. At the back of that maul, it's Père Blanc who has possession. And Stade Francais making ground. Rory Cocotte there was told to be quiet by the referee. He persisted in speaking to the referee. The referee has awarded a penalty to La Rochelle because of the dissent shown by Rory Cocotte. It's one of the distinctions about the game of rugby. Any kind of loose talk to the referee is not tolerated. You can see Cocotte there, already told by the referee to button it. He continues talking, and the referee basically let it be known he'll have nothing of it. And quite right, Astor continues to talk to him. I don't know. Theoretically, it is the captains of each team that should be speaking to the referee. Now it's O'Gara's turn to ring the changes. New front row coming up. Tolo Latu replacing Quentin Lespio. Latu, of course, a former Stade Francais player. Perhaps has a point to prove against his former club, where by his own admission, things didn't go too well for him. Talk by the club president at the time of a drink problem. Well, here's Latu now with the line out for La Rochelle. Concourier collects. Latu now at the back of the maul to take possession. He's looking lively. The Australian international has the ball in hand. And you can see he's got fire in his legs. He hands it back to Bergeon, looks inside to West. West with the chip kick. Collected by Jack Noel. He's got a man to beat. It's Henry who stops him. And it's Lucas Père Blanc who takes possession for Stade Francais. Right place, right time. Rory Cocotte's got his foot on the ball. This time, not talking to the referee at all. He's learned his lesson. The high kick from Cocotte. Kept in by Marchand. That's Dulin with the kick again. And the referee brings matters to a halt. He spotted the knock-on by Joe Marchand just by the touchline. Here we see it there. The two number 14s. Marchand in pink, Noel in black. Both number 14s are England internationals. I wonder when that last happened in a French game. Morgan Parra there, we saw, skilled coach at Stade Francais in the centre of that shot, looking on. The voice you hear saying "let's go" belongs to Rory Cocotte. Thomas Bergeon has the ball in hand for La Rochelle. Moses Aloamil penalised. And La Rochelle opting to restage the scrum. We have a new front row, of course. So Moses Aloamil, Lucas Père Blanc, and Georgi Melekidze, the Stade Francais.
Flexion. Lié.
What's the referee going to decide here? From our angle, we couldn't see the infringement. He wants to reset the scrum.
En place. Passe au sol. Allez. Allez, rapidement en position.
Referee Luc Ramos, we can hear, becoming impatient with how the players are behaving in this second half. Mathieu Irigoyen there, number 8 for Stade Francais. Bergeon puts the ball in for La Rochelle. Looking now to his left. Astoy collects. Sutemi goes on a run to try and burst through. He's held up. Bergeron once again finds Tanga. La Rochelle pushing through, turning up the pressure. Gabriel tries to snaffle the ball. Latu's in there, disputing it. And fault goes to Stade Francais. It's Johan Tanga who comes away with this for La Rochelle. Bergeron inside. Bergeron looks to his left. It's Astoy in possession. Doulin lofts the ball to Dylan Leds. He's brought down in turn by Jeremy Ward. La Rochelle stumbling all over the place, but still in possession. And this is Jack Noel, a chance to sidestep, goes round, loses Segons, finds West. West is in. Just short, but great play by Jack Noel. It was all looking a bit chaotic, wasn't it? But all of a sudden, Noel gets possession and uses his class to get round Segons, creating the chance for EI West, who was adjudged to have a foot in touch. Hence, we have Luca Perblanc, the hooker of Stade Francais, who finds Romain Briat with a throw that is adjudged to have not been central. So another unforced error by Stade Francais. The top 14 leaders very much out of sorts today. And a very important saving tackle. Jack Noel there using all his experience and class to get round Segons. West is in, and that saving tackle by Luca Perblanc. So important for Stade Francais. Ronan O'Gara thought he got it. In fact, West thought he got it too. But the tackle by Perblanc taking him out of play. Stade Francais then in this game, 10 changes from the team that beat Pau last week. Team looking out of sorts throughout the match, trailing currently by 16 points to 3. Coach Gazal looking for solutions. We've had a new front row and one new lock brought on. It's added an extra bit of bite to the Stade Francais pack. But no more points on the board as yet. 16-3 the scoreline. In the meantime, fair to say, La Rochelle looking sometimes chaotic, but always inventive and trying to find a way through. Dylan Leds, a constant threat. He's got 2 tries to his name already. The atmosphere here at the Stade Marcel de France, sell up for the 88th successive game, is absolutely exceptional. Advantage given to La Rochelle, and they've burst through the gap. That is another try to La Rochelle. It's Tanga who claims it. Johan Tanga with the try for La Rochelle. Cocotte arguing. Lack of concentration. It's Halafanu who's caught wrong-footed as Tanga goes through. You see the flanker peel off there. And he's falling. Tanga reads him well. Finds the gap. In he goes. Another try to La Rochelle.
Est-ce qu'il y a un clair tirage de maillot? Oui? Arrêt du temps. Arbitrage vidéo.
Referee Ramos needs to double check.
Je voudrais revoir sur la mêlée. Est-ce qu'il y a un joueur
at the scrum
qui est retenu par le maillot par un joueur noir? Du coup, ça l'empêcherait de défendre.
Was there a Stade Francais player who was held by the shirt by a La Rochelle player? That's what he's checking. And if it appears there was, this try could be disallowed.
Par contre, il est clairement retenu.
Was it Concourier who was holding Hailefanua? Hence why he was off balance,
Pour le rose qui est délié. Ça vous va?
allowing Tanga to get through that gap.
Donc la première faute, c'est le rose qui se délie de la mêlée, avant la fin de la mêlée, d'accord? Donc la première faute, c'est celle-ci, celle-ci, pardon. Ensuite, un joueur noir le retient par le maillot et l'empêche de défendre. Donc je ne peux pas accorder l'essai, je reviendrai.
Tries disallowed. La Rochelle player Concourier holding Hailefanua, the Stade Francais player, stopping him from defending properly. But before that, Stade Francais had wheeled the scrum. So here we go, a complete backtrack of what we've just seen. Tanga's try is not allowed. Score goes back to 16-3. Tanga's try scrubbed off the list. Vincent Merling, president of Stade Francais, look at the stress on his face. He can't believe it. So, scrum. Sébastien Bouboul is calling for 3 points. I don't know whether that's an option. In the meantime, Irigoyen goes off. Ryan Chapuis replaces him for Stade Francais in the role of number 8. Stade Francais needed some inspiration here. They've had a get-out-of-jail-free card there. It's coming back from 16-3 is one thing. Coming back from 21, 23-3, it's another matter. They've still got to score twice to get into a winning position. Chapuis on the pitch, replacing Mathieu Irigoyen. Front row there for La Rochelle, Dylan, Latu, Guntelia. We have 2 new front rows. Stade Francais have a new lock in Gabriel. They have a new number 8 in Chapuis. That's Concourier, who is responsible for this try being disallowed. His holding of Hailefanua led to Tanga's try being disallowed. We're back then with the retake of the scrum. Bergeon in possession for La Rochelle. The pressure is on now for Stade Francais. What will La Rochelle decide to do? Bergeon break away himself. This is Tanga going alone. He finds Bergeon. He's held by Cocotte. Tanga helping La Rochelle make more ground territory there. It's getting scrappy, but La Rochelle still in possession. Penven on the ball. He's stopped kind of by Père Blanc. La Rochelle still holding ground here in this ruck. Desperate times for Stade Francais. The crowd at Marcel Defon urging on La Rochelle. Tanga's in position to have a dive over the line. Concourier pushing through. Still, Stade Francais hold their line. The ball at the back of the maul, it's flicked up. La Rochelle desperately close now. Bergeon looks to his left. Concourier in with a possibility. He's held up about a metre from the try line. High pressure from La Rochelle. Can they push through? Joris Sagon says it's held up. Elation from Stade Francais. Desperate defending pays off. Lucas Père Blanc in the centre of it all. And at the bottom of the pile there, the number 19 for Stade Francais, Baptiste Pesanti. You can see it's Concourier who goes through almost to the try line. And then this final push with Alexandre Guntelia of La Rochelle holding the ball, eventually held up. And West off, Favre coming back on. As the rain falls here in La Rochelle, the home side leading by 16 points to 3. Astoy with one to chase. And the mark called by Joris Sagon. Sagon seeking to get the ball back up that field as far as possible. It's taken by Brice Dulin. He hits it high and chases. But Sagan coming onto it collects. Excuse me, Lalois collects. And fine work there by Judicael Concourier. La Rochelle in possession, going forward. Johan Tanga there, whose try was disallowed just moments ago. Bergeron looking inside. Astoy finds Sutemi. Sutemi with the long pass to Favre. Favre seeking to make ground. He jinks inside. Loses Boudehon. This is great play by Favre. He's got Leds there. Can Leds make it three? He's fumbled it forward. Marchant in possession for Stade Francais. La Rochelle swarming around them. The referee seeing the knock-on from Leds. But fine, spontaneous play from La Rochelle. At times they're serving up some European champion-style rugby here, as befits the back-to-back European champions. Favre there with an audacious move, sidestepping left and right. His pass to Leds, almost conclusive. And the La Rochelle fans loving every minute of this game. As we treat the walking wounded for Stade Francais, we take a look at those who are injured. Abramashvili, Di Giovanni, Ori, Delbuis, Naivalu, Ahmed and Hamdawi. Decent players among them. This is Jeremy Ward, the captain of the team, who's having his leg strapped. And this jinky run from Favre, just back on the pitch as well. Clearly regenerated his legs during his rest. Almost unlocking that Stade Francais defence. Jacques Noel can't believe it. Look at him. Great to see the England man enjoying his rugby. In the meantime, Sekou Makalu looking a little lost there on the Stade Francais bench. He knows his teammates have to pull something out of the bag to get back into this game.
Flexion.
The clock ticking. And Moses Alo-Emile penalised. Referee Ramos calls over Jeremy Ward.
D'accord, des pré-engagements. Donc il faut trouver de la stabilité ou je vais changer de sanction. OK?
He's told Ward to tell his front row they need to have stability before engaging. The fine arts of what's some called the dark arts of the scrummage. There's something you can only appreciate really close up. The referee on the spot, you can't doubt what he says. Sometimes it's hard to appreciate at the distance that we're at precisely what is happening there. But the referee was clear he wants more stability as the front rows engage. In the meantime, it's all changed for La Rochelle. Astoy leaves the pitch. He's replaced by Iaya West. West, of course, was on a moment ago for Favre. Confirmation of the change there at fly half. Tolo Latu. It's a long one. Fumbled by Alexandre Contelia. Another hint of the mercurial nature of Tolo Latu. Completely mistiming the throw. A player capable of genius and the occasional lapse, but when he's on form, he is absolutely irresistible, Tolo Latu. So Antoine Astoy back with La Rochelle because he was allowed to leave the French national squad ahead of the game against Wales in the Six Nations. Channeling his disappointment on the international stage into a successful game here domestically as he leaves play, leaves the pitch, his team leading by 16 points to 3.
Restez en bas. Luttez loyalement, s'il vous plaît. Restez en bas.
It's just to remind you, as we kicked off today, Stade Francais top, La Rochelle 7th place. Stade Francais on 5 consecutive victories, making 10 changes coming into this game. Great push there from the La Rochelle scrum. And the power of that Rochelle pack pushing Stade Francais to the limit. And a yellow card has been shown. We're seeking clarification as to who has been shown that yellow. Melekidze it is. Georgi Melekidze, tight head prop, is given a yellow card for his lapse in that scrum, which we saw the full power of the La Rochelle pack at full effect there.
Ouais, s'il te plaît, un numéro du joueur sortant. Numéro 15.
So in order to make a competitive front row, Stade Francais need to sacrifice another player. It's likely to be Charles Laloy. He will leave, and Paul Allo-Emile will come on to resume the role he was in when he started the match. It's Zach Henry who's leaving the pitch to allow Paul Allo-Emile to come on.
Non, c'est le 22 qui arrive là. 15.
So just to clarify the confusion, both for you, for me, and it seems for the players of Stade Francais, Zach Henry is coming back on, Charles Laloy is going off, and Paul Allo-Emile has come on to make up a competitive front row for the Stade Francais pack. In the meantime, Skelton and Iribarren there in deep conversation among the players of Stade Rochelle who are not in the lineup today. 10 minutes of time left in this match. La Rochelle leading by 13 points. Stade Francais haven't threatened throughout the game. 10 changes they made ahead of it. And today just hasn't been the day of the men in pink. La Rochelle, on the other hand, recapturing some of the form that makes them back-to-back European champions. This is West with the kick to the left. Can Jack Noel collect? The England man just lacking a little bit of pace there in trying to get onto that pass. The punt from West was nicely placed, and Noel just unable to get there. Though the England man tried, did he not? Thomas Lombard, Director General of Stade Francais, with his thoughts to ponder as Brice Dulin collects and left-footed hoists the ball high. Joris Segon collects, Jinx inside. Segon taken by Dylan. This is Ward for Stade Francais. Marchant looking inside, things to go again. He runs into the brick wall called Ultan Dylan. That's Pesanti. Cocotte inside. Boudaron, the former Rochelle player. And it's Tolu Latu in there, causing trouble, provoking. Calmly gets up. He knows he's done a good job. Tolu Latu there, essential to winning that ball back. Great determined play. That's Thomas Bergeron, but it was Tolu Latu who did all the work there. And certainly O'Gara and co know that they picked up a great player. On loan, it has to be said, from Montpellier since December. But the Australian is a real talent. Bergeron there showing all his determination in getting that ball back. Tolu Latu. The ball is collected by Ryan Chapuis for Stade Francais. The line-out of La Rochelle, perhaps disrupted by the changes that have been made. But Brice Dulin, reliable as ever, collecting there. Such judge Thomas Sharabar marking the position for the line-out. As the rain falls heavily here in La Rochelle. Cocotte calling the options. Père Blanc with the throw. It's fumbled, but collected by Pesanti.
En jeu, messieurs. Jouez le 20.
Referee Ramos telling Cocotte to play the ball. Cocotte with the kick. It's one to chase. Dylan Leds is under it for La Rochelle. He collects. Père Blanc steals the ball back. And now Stade Francais in possession. Cocotte seeks to play a grabber pass through, but it's blocked. Père Blanc collects. He's able to find Cocotte, who is brought down. That's Gabriag at the back. Pesanti going into contact. And is pushed back. La Rochelle's defence has been irresistible today. Halafanua there. That's Moses Alo-Emile. Paul Gabriag. Pesanti going through. Halafanua collects. Cocotte to Boudon. Cocotte again cutting back inside. Feeds it to Chapuis. From the floor he looks for someone. It's Pesanti who picks up. He's being held by Leds. Tackle called to referee. That means the player has to release. Halafanua in possession. This is good stuff from Stade Francais. The best so far in this match, you might say. I say that, and there we go. The ball is broken loose. This is Thomas Bergeon with the possibility. He's putting his foot on the gas. He's getting tight, but has he got the legs to make it? He has! Thomas Bergeon with a try for La Rochelle. Much to the delight of Ronan O'Gara and Sébastien Boboul. Bergeon with the try. Similar in many ways to his try last week, a breakaway of sorts. Favre was there when the move broke down. Stade Francais were looking threatening for possibly the first time in the game, and it came to Bergeon. He had the ground to make up. You can see Boudon trying to close that gap. His flying tackle doesn't make it. Sac-Henry's too far away. Bergeon goes over the line for Stade Francais. For La Rochelle, do excuse me.
Pour moi, cette passe est destinée à personne. En fait, il se replie, oui.
Now the coaches, O'Gara, Boboul, very happy to see their team extend their lead. As we tick along to the end of this game. EIA West with the conversion attempt. And he's got it, 2 more points to La Rochelle. West on the board. A fine day's work for Thomas Bergeon, following up from his try from last week, which was an absolute corker, another in similar circumstances. And at this point of the game, Stade Francais, the top 14 leaders, well and truly sunk on the Atlantic coast. Boudon, though, trying to push Stade Francais forward to save a bit of face, to get something to at least shout about from this journey. Cocotte at the bottom there trying to free the ball. Halafanua goes it himself. Père Blanc isn't there with him. Can La Rochelle get a try to at least give them something to cheer about? Alo-Emile looks for support. Pesanti is caught by a combination of La Rochelle players. Great defending by the home side. And the referee, Monsieur Ramos, decided the ball held up Mission accomplished for the La Rochelle defence. What a day they're having. There we see Ronan O'Gara in the rain, with the look of a man whose side has done the job today. 23 points to 3, La Rochelle lead. Stade Francais, leaders of the top categories before kick-off, at this point are going home without even a defensive bonus point. This is Ward. Halifanua collects. The ship's horn is sounded. That signifies the end of the game. And as Cockott spills it forward, the ball is kicked out of play. Mission accomplished. Almost a tidal wave, you could say, hitting Stade Francais here on the Atlantic coast. And in the rain, it's La Rochelle who hold firm and hold fast. Running out winners today by 23 points to 3. In front of a packed house. Scoreline, La Rochelle 23, Stade Francais 3.
On sent qu'il n'y a pas grand-chose qui a fonctionné. Pourtant, on sent que vous avez eu les ballons pour aller scorer en tout cas.
Ouais, on a eu les ballons, mais
Pierre-Henri Azago say yes, we have possession,
on n'a pas du tout concrétisé, on a été
but we didn't
indisciplinés
take advantage of that at all.
Il y a le score, voilà, 23-3.
You look at the scoreline, it speaks volumes to what happened.
On va pouvoir bien bosser la semaine prochaine.
You know, we came here like leaders of the championship. We've got to really work hard next week and not repeat this performance today. Bad performance today. Always nice to hear the rugby players talking very openly and honestly about the performance, isn't it?